champion of the world, Petchpanomrung. His opponent, former Glory featherweight champion of the world, Serhii Adamchuk.
Nice left hand from Adamchuk.
Two of the world's top young featherweights will lay it all on the line tonight.
And again, oh boy, that's through the defense too. Petchpanomrung really doesn't need to do it. Oh, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Knockout of the year! Knockout of the year! Oh, a spinning back fist. I think that's a knockdown. And it is.
I knew he had a lot of power, but it just seemed extra powerful today with those kicks. Throwing them viciously, relentlessly.
Time now, ladies and gentlemen, for your main event of the evening. 5 rounds for the featherweight championship of the world. Serhii Adamchuk and Petchpanomrung Kyatmukau.
And a right hand back, Petchpanomrung up. That he's ready for another title opportunity.
Here comes the #1 contender in the world, Serhii Adamchuk.
He is the challenger, the former featherweight champion of the world. His trainer, Big Mike Passier, says, listen, of all the fighters I have, and he's had some all-time greats, says Serhii may be the most professional fighter he's ever had. Handles his own weight issues, always knows where to be. He's never late. He's dedicated to his craft like no one else.
Yeah, and he's not a big talker, but all of his action speaks in the ring, and he's just entered for the 15th time in Glory, starting back from Glory 22.
I think the power of Petch's left kick is going to be the game changer, for sure. So, yeah, watch out in the second round. We'll see.
Fighting tonight out of Thailand, featherweight champion of the world, here is the Professor, Petchpanomrung Kyatmukau.
The youngest champion in Glory history, and it seems really that Petchpanomrung really doesn't need to do it. Are you kidding me? Knockout of the year! Listen to the kicks there from Petchpanomrung. Oh, and another high kick, and that sends us buried down and maybe out. This fight is over, ladies and gentlemen. Petchpanomrung with a career-defining victory.
This 4-time Thai national champion now finds himself atop kickboxing's highest mountain. Here is Petchpanomrung Kyatmukau.
What I'm about to tell you is true. Tonight, his 200th career professional fight, Joe.
Yeah, that's crazy. At only 23 years old, has had so much experience. He started fighting at the age of 9, and now he's 23 years old. So expect a lot of good left kicks from the Thai fighter. He mixes them up really well, and he's got a ton of power. And this is only his 10th kickboxing fight. And every time he fights, we see him get better, especially when it comes to his boxing.
We asked him, what were the odds that he loses this match tonight? And he said 0, which speaks volumes considering how humble he is and how quiet he is.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is, again, a rematch from Glory 39 Brussels, and it was a split decision win for Petchpanomrung, but he said I was new to kickboxing at that time, and now he feels a lot more comfortable with the rule set.
Here's our tale of the tape for this, our featherweight championship of the world. Petchpanomrung from Thailand, Serhii Adamchuk, the Ukrainian. Petch, only 23 years old, 5 years younger than Adamchuk. Adamchuk is taller, but their reach is identical.
Professional experience, as we mentioned, the 200th fight for Petchpanomrung, but this is only his 10th kickboxing fight, where Serhii Adamchuk's 47 fights have come all in kickboxing.
Fight metric report now, average fight time almost the same. Look at that, they average about 10.5 minutes in there. Their favorite strikes, much different. Petch will kick your head off, Serhii will box you to death.
Yeah, this fight's definitely about the punches versus the kicks.
Championship rules, we go 5 rounds if needed, 3 minutes each. Punches, kicks, and knees are the legal strikes. 3 knockdowns in a round, result in a TKO.
This championship bout is going to be scored using the following prioritized criteria, starting with knockdowns, followed by cumulative damage inflicted, followed by number of clean scoring strikes with an emphasis on spectacular techniques over your normal strikes. And finally, if there's no clear advantage, judges look for aggression. Now my keys to glory for this bout, it's all about punches versus kicks. Giat Mukau needs to distance control, mix levels with his kicks, and I want to see his knees and his improved boxing, where Adamchuk had success in their first fight using his boxing, mixing his angles, and it needs to have a defense for those kicks.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your main event of the evening between a newly crowned champion, fresh off his victory in Amsterdam, and a mild-mannered Ukrainian who's hungry to reclaim the belt he once wore. This bout sanctioned by the Texas Department of Licensing and Regulation. And when the action begins, your referee is Joshua Ferraro. For those with us live inside Arena Theater in Houston, Texas, and Glory fans watching from Texas to Thailand, it's time for Glory! Let's meet the challenger, fighting out of the black corner. He is a contender tournament champion who comes to Houston on a 3-fight winning streak. His professional record, 38 wins with 9 losses, 14 of those wins coming by way of knockout. At 5 feet 8 1/2 inches, 1.74 meters, he weighed in at 141.8 pounds, 64.3 kilograms. Fighting tonight out of the Ukraine, he is the former Glory featherweight champion of the world. He is Serhii Adamchuk. Here now is his opponent, standing on my left and fighting out of the white corner, a 2-time world Muay Thai champion who will make his first defense of the Glory belt tonight. Look at his professional record, 161 wins, 36 losses, 2 bouts scored even, and 27 career knockouts. He stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, 1.71 meters, and he weighed in at 142.6 pounds, 64.7 kilograms. He's here tonight, fighting out of the Buriram province of Thailand, and is the reigning and defending Glory featherweight champion of the world. He is the Professor Petchpanomrung Giat Mukau. And once again, your referee in charge is Joshua Ferraro.
Okay, we already went over the rules. Give me a clean, fair championship fight, okay? Protect yourself at all times and always obey my instructions. Touch gloves.
Southpaw versus southpaw. It's a rematch from a razor-close decision. Adamchuk felt he won that night. Vows not to let that happen again. It's Petch's first title defense. Serhii wants another world title. 5 rounds, 3 minutes each. Here we go from Houston, Texas.
The big advantage you're going to see is Adamchuk really trying to use angles in boxing. He's going to force this close-range fight. We're on the outside, no surprise. Petchpanomrung going to use his kicks, and a lot of low kicks too.
Is a southpaw better suited to beat Petchpanomrung than an orthodox fighter?
I believe so, because most of his fights have come fighting orthodox fighters, and southpaws, especially Muay Thai fighters, really know how to fight that style really well, especially with their kick. But when you have another southpaw, kind of changes things up for them.
Their first fight took place in the final of a 4-man contender tournament, so it was the second fight of the night, and Petch won by split decision against Adamchuk. That was at Glory 39 Brussels. You know, since that Adamchuk fight, Petchpanomrung has seemingly gotten much, much better. What about Adamchuk?
Well, he's still doing his style where he's just slowly improving with his boxing, and we see different styles in him. He's got good kicks as well, but he's coming and he wanted this shot again, so he's motivated. See different style kicking, but see how he's using those angles. That's the key for him. He wants to step on those angles, try to get his lead hook in there.
Nice low kick. Oh, a max kick attempt by Petchpanomrung.
And he gave him a little smirk after it too.
And I think you'll agree, when he steps inside the ring, he becomes a different person altogether.
Absolutely. All the Thai fighters, if you see them outside, they're very soft-spoken. You shake their hand, there's not much grip strength behind it.
If you saw Petchpanomrung sitting at a diner bar next to you, you'd think you could beat him up.
Easily.
But no.
I think that with everybody, though.
He'd kill you. Well, I think it. You probably could beat him, Joe, right? You outweigh him by, what, 70 pounds?
I hope so.
Watch out for his left kick.
He's got to watch my low kick.
Time winding down here in what has been a relatively slow first round.
With a 5-round fight, you got to have a little bit more patience. Especially since Petchpanomrung fighting all that Muay Thai is used to that 5-round pace.
But you know what? In a fight that a lot of people think is going to go the distance, and the last fight was a split decision, every round matters. You can't really afford to kind of take a round off.
Well, you got to be able to push. I mean, both of them are really technical, good with distance control. So it's really hard to land clean strikes.
There's Big Mike Passier, who's lost, what, about 50 pounds at least? He's been in the gym.
I think he's told me more than that, but he looks great.
Never seen him hop into the ring that quick.
I was just going to say, that speed he got in there, squatted under there really quickly.
A little bit more about the professor. He holds 4 Championship of Thailand titles. He basically owned the Muay Thai circuit there and decided to spread his wings a little bit, become an international star, and it's worked out really well in Glory Kickboxing.
His opponent, Serhii Adamchuk, has been at the top of the division since he started, and he's had a lot of cracks at the world title. He's had 2 successful title defenses. He lost it to Van Roosmalen, but you can see his fighting style. Good counter fighting, he's got good speed, really good movement in his feet. You see him mixing in angles. He's also got good low kicks. Let's see if he can use them more against the Thai.
Round 2, fight.
Second round, oh, a nice side kick right to the jaw for Serhii Adamchuk. That's how you start a round.
Yeah, he started the first round that way too, but starting this second round a little bit more aggressively. If you sit there, if you take a left kick from Petch or any kick and you just stand there and you don't follow up, it's easy for Petch to keep his distance. So Adamchuk needs to try to walk through those kicks just like that. Get inside, try to let those hands go.
Total strikes in the first round. Like I said, not a ton of action Petch landing 18 strikes compared to 10 for the Ukrainian.
Back to the low kicks from Petch.
Adamchuk from the Ukraine, but trains exclusively in Amsterdam at Big Mike's gym. He won the world title, Glory 25 Milan against Gabriel Varga, defended it once, and then lost it in a rematch. Since then has been chasing it, and tonight gets his opportunity against the seemingly unbeatable Petchpanomrung.
Watch your head, watch your head, watch your head.
How much skill does it take to do what Petch just did, where he landed a low kick, his foot never touched the ground, came back up and landed a body kick?
Yeah, that's the Thai style. They're really good at powering and using a kick and then using their legs to defend. It's a Thai style move.
Just like we expected, it's going to be kicks versus punches.
Yep. Petch landed a hard low kick there, but Adamchuk decided to step forward and use his boxing.
Now in Muay Thai, kicks are scored higher than punches, but in kickboxing, they're the same.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why you see a lot of Thai fighters especially kick the body, because it scores more. But in kickboxing, low kicks are a big factor. And pressure, the hands, the boxing, scoring, damage.
That almost chopped the legs out from underneath Adamchuk. Go watch some of Petch's training videos on his Instagram sometime. Watch how hard he kicks the pads, especially with that left kick.
He's been throwing them basically since he's been born.
He's probably thrown that left kick over 1,000,000 times.
Easily.
Tonight, though, the right kick almost as important considering he's facing a southpaw.
Yep, you see him mix it up well. In the first fight, he did really well with his front kicks because he knew Adamchuk wanted to come in.
So a late punch landed there for Adamchuk. A close round.
Yeah, I think all of them are going to be close, so it's going to be really tough for the judges.
Keep up with all things Glory on our website, glorykickboxing.com, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and of course, our YouTube page. Great highlights and fights there at any time. And use the hashtag tonight, hashtag Glory63. We want to know what you're thinking of our fights tonight.
Because now he's going to come fourth, fifth round. You'll be fourth. I think you're the head. I think you're the head. You're still. Yes? Take this round also. Yes? Yes.
Round 3, fight.
Here we go, round 3. First 2 rounds pretty close, Joe.
Yeah, definitely close. Like we predicted, kicks versus punches. The corner of Adamchuk, Big Mike saying, I think you're up. But if you listen into Petch's corner, they probably think he's up too.
Whoa, 2 whiffs from Petch. A kick and a miss with a swing.
He can't get too carried away. He needs to stick to his basics that make him so successful.
There really hasn't been a big shot landed for either one of these guys that's gotten the crowd into it. Well, that one sounded pretty good. A lot of body kicks from Petch, as is the standard. 13 landed so far compared to 5 for Serhii Adamchuk.
When you fight at the highest level, you know, it's very difficult to land clean scoring strikes. That's why it's very difficult to score. Good check from Adamchuk there. But he needs to counter a little bit more. Can't let Petch get too comfortable keeping range and throwing those kicks. He's got to press in.
Watch the head. Ready? Fight.
Knee to the body there in the clinch for Petchpanomrung. Much like their first fight, a lot of clinching. Referee Joshua Ferrara's got his work cut out for him.
Yeah, a tricep workout too, pushing him away.
Well, Petch is very comfortable fighting in the clinch with his Muay Thai experience.
Yeah, he can throw some pretty devastating knees from close range. He doesn't need a lot of space to do a lot of good work. And that's why those little short round knees, they still add up. I like to call those pecking knees. Maybe some frustration from Adamchuk.
Adamchuk saying bring it on. Petch doesn't speak any English though, and I'm pretty sure Serhii doesn't speak any Thai. Serhii starting to get fired up.
Threw it as Petch was stuck in the ropes. Definitely some frustration from Serhii Adamchuk.
And that does not look good to the judges, I'll tell you that. Oh, you saw Petch try and touch hands with Adamchuk, who was having none of it.
Nope.
Some bad blood starting to boil over now.
Which I'm okay with that. We can shake hands after. This is a world title. This is your dreams. You gotta leave it all out there.
Hey, there's Whitney Miller, everybody. How you doing? Our former backstage interviewer there with her good friend Caitlin. You've seen her on the World Poker Tour. Whitney quit Glory because she's starting her own business. She has a podcast. We miss you, Whitney. We love you. Glad you're here tonight.
Miss her.
Making the drive down from Austin, Texas to see tonight's world title fight. We enter the championship rounds now here. The first 3 rounds very close, Joe. I could see it 3-0 to Petch. I could see it 2-1 to Adamchuk.
Yep, I still giving Petch up on the scorecards.
According to Nick Kalakis of FightOdds.com, whoa, nice shot there. He has Petchpanomrung as a -260 favorite in this fight. MMA odds breakers, rather, excuse me.
Your last warning. You need to listen to me. The next time you strike after I say stop, I'm going to take a point away from you, okay?
Nice job by Joshua Ferraro to make it very clear to Adamchuk, who does speak English, by the way.
Yeah, if he keeps hitting after the break.
Oh, nice body shot there from Petch.
Adamchuk walked in. That's the key for him.
You can see the red marks all over his back. That's where the toes wrap around from Petch to connect.
Both of you, okay? Watch the clinch. Fight!
Petch kick and move style. He knows the punch counter's coming, so he kicks and evades, moves.
Not good body language here from Adamchuk. When you wear that frustration on your face, everyone sees it, including the judges. What does he need to change?
Well, he's got to either move more on angles. I think he's falling into Petch's game right now. He's too comfortable just sitting there waiting for the kick, waiting for the punches. At this point, maybe use a jab. He's waiting a little too long for my liking. But again, easier said than done with someone who has 200 professional fights.
The referee warned Serhii that he better not punch after he's told to break. point deduction would be really, really devastating for him right now. Big knee there and then a kick. Serhii says, what do I have to do here, man?
But if you closely watch Petchpanomrung, the way he controls the distance, once he throws that kick, you'll see him either come in and close range or he steps back to avoid the punches. That's where that experience comes with distance control.
According to our strike statistics, Petchpanomrung has landed 62 total strikes compared to 37 for Serhii Adamchuk.
Adamchuk is doing a good job at blocking the low kicks. That's why we're seeing Petch move up to the body kick more. Hasn't really gone upstairs too often.
Petch feels like he's in control here. Adamchuk certainly seems frustrated, a little bit angry, maybe depressed.
Yeah, well, this is what he's dreamed of in getting this title back, and there's definitely frustration.
What are you telling Serhii if you're Big Mike right now?
Well, let's go for it. Be first. Don't wait anymore for those kicks. Come in there, attack on angles. Let the power go. You got to go. You can't just wait. Petchpanomrung, I think he needs to keep the fight the same way. Keep kicking, staying long, or kicking and using those knees in the clinch. I think he's winning this fight right now, so him staying patient and sticking to what he's been doing would be his key for this last round.
Again, this is the 200th career fight for Petchpanomrung, looking for win number 162. Began training at 7 years old. This is the only life he's known. Grew up dirt poor, literally sleeping on the dirt floor of his home. Started fighting to help support his family, and he's gone above and beyond anyone's wildest dreams. Not only a multi-time Thailand champion, but is now a world champion at Glory Kickboxing.
And even in Thailand, he's fought and was highly ranked in the biggest stadiums.
Nice right hand there for Serhii Adamchuk.
Playing with some stance switches, trying to be creative with the offense.
Petch leading every single round in strikes landed. High kick there. Well, Adamchuk, you would think, needs to stay at distance to land his punches, but so far, Petch has done pretty well, whether it's on the inside or the outside.
Yep, he's controlling where the fight goes.
Oh, spinning back fist. Be creative, why not?
Well, usually in the 5th round, we see Adamchuk open up with one of your favorite kicks, that rolling thunder.
I don't know if we're going to see it tonight.
I disagree. I think it's coming. He's got to do something different in his head.
There it is, right on cue, Joe, calling the rolling thunder.
I should have put 20 bucks on it with you.
Usually he waits towards the end of the round to throw it. Well, this is a better round for Adamchuk, but is it too little too late?
I think so. I still think Petchpanomrung stole the rounds enough to get it. Was it a blowout? Probably not. The first 2 rounds really close. I thought Petch was really more dominant in the 3rd and 4th.
Well, hypothetically, if the judges did give the first 2 rounds to Adamchuk and he wins this one, we got a new champ. And Petch is having a good time in there, isn't he? He said the worst part about fighting in America is the travel. It's about a 25-hour travel trip. That's more than a day, Joe.
Yeah, I mean, I've always wanted to fight in travel, but when I went to Tokyo, I found it really hard to do
nice high kick.
Petch came early. I believe he came Friday, so he's been here a full week. He has time to adjust to the time zone and get some good training sessions here.
23 seconds left. What feels like a Petchpanomrung title defense. Petch is just so tough to figure out. Adamchuk thinking something, and that's it. Well, not the most aesthetically pleasing world title fight we've ever seen, Joe, but it appears that Petchpanomrung imposed his will over the challenger. But you never know. The official scores when we return to Glory 63 Houston.
Saturday, March 9th, Glory 64 Strasbourg.
Anissa Mexon back on top. That is a knockdown. The champ is down here in round 1.
Glory 64 Strasbourg, Saturday, March 9th. Check date and time in your area. Don't miss it.
Five full rounds completed in our world title fight. Let's look back at the highlights between Petchpanomrung and Serhii Adamchuk.
And it was a close fight, and we saw both guys, like we predicted, Adamchuk trying to use his punches, where Petchpanomrung continually dominant with his kicks. And the rounds continued, very similar style fight, but you can see a little bit of frustration from Adamchuk. Really wanted to make this a dirty fight to try to get that distance and throw, but distance control is the key for the experienced Thai fighter, who was good at using his kicks. We saw low kicks, head kicks, and a lot of good switches in his stances. So, in my opinion, an impressive title defense for Petchpanomrung.
As expected, Serhii Adamchuk with the advantage when it comes to punches. As for kicks and knees, not even close. 34 kicks landed, 24 knees in all, 31 total more strikes landed from the Thai fighter, and it was all about going to the body as he usually does. 44 of 66 body kicks connecting for the champ. Tim Hughes now with the decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 championship rounds, we go to the judges' scorecard. All 3 of our ringside judges scored about the same, 50-45, a unanimous decision. All for your winner, and still Glory Featherweight Champion of the World, Petchpanomrung Kiatmukau.
All right, I'm here with your winner and first title defense for Petchpanomrung. How did you feel in this performance?
กับวันนี้ต่อยรู้สึกภูมิใจกับที่ต่อยวันนี้คืนนี้ไหมครับ
ดีใจมากครับก็ขอบคุณแฟนมวยที่ฮอสตันและที่เมืองไทยแล้วก็ทั่วโลกครับก็วันนี้ผมทำได้แล้วครับผมขอบคุณมากครับ
He said he's very happy with his performance. Thank you for everyone in Thailand, in Texas, and he just done the best he could tonight.
Now that you see the featherweight division, does any other future opponent stand out?
ตอนนี้คิดว่าอยากเจอใครครับผมในรุ่นน้ำหนักนี้ครับ
ตอนนี้ใครก็ได้ครับเจอได้หมดครับ
He said anyone, just anyone who Glory wanted him to face.
So with this win now, what are you going to do back in Thailand?
ก็กลับเมืองไทยจะฉลองยังไงครับผม
ก็ยังไม่รู้ครับ
He has no idea, but he'll work it out.
All right, there you go. For his first title defense in the featherweight division, Petchpanomrung Kiatmukau.
All 3 judges in agreement that none.
He loves you, Texas. There you go.
There's some English from Petch. I love you, Texas. I was going to say all 3 judges in agreement that Petchpanomrung won every single round tonight, 5 rounds to none. That's how dominant he was and has been, quite frankly. Only 1 loss in his Glory career, and he avenged that loss to Robin van Roosmalen. That's how he won the title. But Joe, as you return back here to the announce desk, who, if anyone, can challenge and or stop Petchpanomrung in this division?
Well, I think it's going to be really tough. I think anyone who's going to fight him who's going to have a lot of problems, but we've seen guys like I don't know. Let's see. Serhii Adamchuk, we thought. Kevin Van Oostran would like another shot. Envoy Boynazarov's doing well.
Well, let me tell you this. There's been some talk, especially in Thailand, that maybe Petchpanomrung moves up a weight class and has a super fight against fellow Thai fighter Serhii at lightweight. What do you make of that opportunity?
Well, I still like Petchpanomrung at featherweight. I think Serhii a big guy, but I'm all in for super fights, and I think both of those guys have been so dominant in their division that they need those super fights to make it interesting for them.
Well, speaking of world title fights, coming up next, Glory 64 in Strasbourg, we have not one, but 2 world title fights. Anissa Meksen defending her super bantamweight title against Tiffany Van Soos, and Cedric Doumbé trying to regain his welterweight title as he squares off against Harut Grigorian. That'll do it from right here in the Lone Star State. Our first trip to Texas, a good one. For Bill Borson, our executive producer, Joseph Valtellini, and the entire Glory Kickboxing crew, I'm Todd Grisham. We'll see you in March, live from Strasbourg. Good night, everybody.